Hello guys, my name is Isabeau. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to be here today. At the moment I'm in Paris. With the help of this PowerPoint I will learn you more about chapter 15.1.2, Strategic Planning for International Expansion. Now that we've discussed the definitions of international and multinational marketing and especially global marketing, I will show you the steps that you should take when you decide to expand your company to an international level. There are two things that are essential for the development of an effective international marketing policy. These are systematic planning making and decision making. These are the same characteristics as domestic marketing. However, international marketing has a higher risk of failure and there are more decisions to be made. There are 6 stages in strategic planning and decision making for international expansion. First, we have internal analysis. Second, global screening. Third, target market selection. Fourth, strategy development. Fifth, market entry strategy. And as last, controlling the market program. Internal analysis. Once we've decided to internationalize, we must determine which countries offer the best opportunity for success. This decision depends on the strengths and weaknesses of the company. Therefore, we need an internal analysis. We're all familiar with the internal analysis of the marketing plan. This stage has the same idea, but now we evaluate the marketing tools and the human and financial resources at the company's disposal. We also set objectives for developing international activities. The company should determine whether they will focus on a large number of markets or a limited number of markets. The answer to this question is the firm's motivation in the international analysis. Why you even want to internationalize? Are your competitive pressures increasing? Does the business have a technological advantage or a unique product not available to potential rivals? This analysis should help us determine in subsequent stages of the planning process if there is a good strategic fit between the company's strengths and the objectives and the characteristics of the foreign markets under consideration. Second, the global screening. The screening and analysis of international markets take place in phases. We first evaluate, based on predetermined criteria, the market and the sales potential for each country. A foreign market's attractiveness may be based on a brief analysis of environmental factors and trends. Think of political stability, its distance from the domestic market, and the size and projected growth of the market. To understand the size and the projected growth of the market, we will use secondary information about the size and composition of the population, including information about income, distribution, buying power, and demographic trends. Then we will do the same to the product to be launched or the industry, but also qualitative criteria play a role as well. Third, target market selection. After this short list, we undertake an analysis of the market and sales potential. Sales potential is the portion of the market that we might capture in the long term. To assess the projected market growth, we gather marketing research data and other information about consumers' current or changing buying habits. To estimate the sales potential, we also take a critical look at the factors: the consumer perception of the product, the competitors, the distribution channel structure, and the consumers. Once these markets have been selected, we decide which segments to target. Therefore, we need information about the preference, attitudes, consumption patterns, and accessibility of various groups of buyers. After entering the foreign market, we may be able to increase the number of target markets. Fourth, strategy development. In this stage, the company develops an effective marketing strategy and adds detail to the objectives formulated during the internal analysis. We will also design the product, promotion, price, and distribution strategies, better known as the marketing mix. Fifth, market entry strategy. Here is the main question: what is the best way to enter the foreign market? Is it via using exporting or by immediately utilizing license agreements, joint venture or direct investments? We will use structure follows strategy. This is the extent to which we modify the organizational structure to implement international marketing strategy. But pay attention. In any case, the organizational structure must fit with the international environment. And at last, controlling the marketing program. As last step in a strategic planning, we need to critically evaluate the achieved abroad results on a regular basis. Most important is here that the organizational structure, the company culture, and the administrative processes need to be properly connected with each other. And if the firm is not able to meet its objectives, it can either modify these objectives if they weren't realistic enough or adjust its strategy in an effort to meet the established goals. Well, this was my part of the presentation. Thank you all for listening, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.